I have 3 subscription boxes to go over. I have Afterlight, Illumicrate, and Manga Spice Cafe, plus a reading or a book haul for the months of September and October. So let's just jump into it. So first I'm going to be jumping into the Afterlight box. If you're not familiar with this, this is a romance subscription from Illumicrate. And the book for October is the Best Hex Ever. And I absolutely love this cover, so I'm gonna just show you the dust jacket. There is nothing on the inside, so it's not reversible. But I'll hold this up again. And then this is the hard cover here. Absolutely love it. There is like a quote on the back: rosewater essence and lemon zest, a spell to warm up your fingers and toes after spending too long in the cold. And then the end pages here. And then the back. And then it is signed. And let's kind of find out what this book is about. While I put the dust, oh, there is sprayed edges all the way around, and I think they are gorgeous. So this is, okay, it says, when it comes to love, sometimes the recipe needs a little magic. Dina is a skilled kitchen witch and cafe owner serving magic-infused pastries to her loyal customers. But it's hard to not feel something is missing when you're cursed to hurt anyone who falls for you. Scott is a museum curator, recently back in London after a brutal breakup 2 years ago, and is looking to make up for the time he missed. He's determined to be the perfect best man at his best friend's upcoming wedding, but his plans take an unexpected turn when he meets the bewitching maid of honor. After a weekend in the countryside full of particular hedge mazes, palm readings by candlelight, and a midnight Halloween ritual, there's no denying the chemistry between them. But there's just one problem. The hex still holds, and Dina knows that Scott is in danger. Can Dina break the spell before it breaks both their hearts? So this will be a good one. I'm not going to read this month in November. I want to save it for next October because it sounds really cute. And I am definitely excited to read it. This is my first Afterlight book box, and I'm so excited to have this book. Next, we have Illumicrate. So this is the September box, or the October 2024 box. It's called Colors of Magic. It does have spoilers and everything in here. And let's just go ahead and pull stuff out. So the first thing I see here is a nice book jacket cover. Yeah, so this is the Balance of Magic book jacket. And it is inspired by the Prior of the Orange Tree. I've not read that, but I'm excited to have like a book jacket like this to keep my hardcover backs nice and pristine. Next, we have the Lavender and Honey Travel Bottle Kit, which I actually like because I am going to be going on a trip in December. So I can definitely use this. And this is inspired by The Honey Witch, which I have not read, but is on my TBR. Next, I see we have the, ooh, this is a pin. And this is a Moth to a Flame chain pin inspired by the Crimson Moth, which again I have not read, but ooh, that's really pretty. So the pin, I like that. I'm gonna have to put that on a pin board. Then we have washi tape. So we get 3 things of washi here. This is inspired by Gods of Jade and Shadow, which is really nice. So this is my first Illumicrate box. And so far I'm okay with what's in there. I really do like the travel kit, and then I really do like the book jacket. And then last but definitely not least is the book. It is called Until We Shatter. So this is the book. On the back it says, a desperate thief, impossible heist, survive or shatter. Let's look at the dust jacket is not reversible. Ooh, okay. But this is the hard naked cover. I actually really like that. I think I would definitely want to display it just like this. Not that I don't like the cover, but I definitely like dust jacket. And then the spine. They are sprayed edges. It is signed by the author. Oh, okay. Then we do have an author letter here. And then we're going to look at the end pages, which I kind of really like the art. So that's the front. Oops. Ooh, and that's the back. So let's find out what this one is about after I put the dust jacket back on. Okay. So it says, no matter where she goes, Kimi's life is under threat. The church would see her killed for having any magic. The Council of Shade wants her dead for not having enough. So when her mother falls ill, Simi has no choice but to turn thief. And when she's offered a job that could solve all their problems, it's impossible to resist. To catch, Kimi will have to work with Chase, beautiful, dangerous, and full of secrets, to steal a powerful relic the church has hidden within a deadly realm of shadows. If she succeeds, Simi will finally be safe. But if she's caught, she risks igniting a spark that could destroy the city and everyone inside. This is an action-packed, epic heist fantasy from the author of Mindwalkers, perfect for fans of Six of Crows, Master of One, and Bonecryer's Dawn. So I'm definitely excited to read this. And then, does it say anything else? No, it doesn't. But for November, the theme is The Time is Running Out. So that's kind of cool. So though that is the Illumicrate boxes. And I just went ahead and already opened the books and stuff, so we didn't have to sit through the unwrapping of plastic. Yes, baby? Sorry, my daughter's still awake. Her nap time is soon. And last but not least for the subscriptions this month is a Manga Spice Cafe. This is a manga, obviously subscription box, but you get snacks and stuff with it, so I want to show you how it's presented. This is box number 92. This is my second box, and it is the Happy Halloween box, and we'll go over the pamphlet in a minute. And then you get 3 first volumes, and you get a bunch of snacks. So we're going to go over the pamphlet first. So we have the pretty picture here, and then inside is like a magazine type thing, and it gives you spoilers on the snacks. And then on the back, it gives you a sneak peek and spoiler for the next month's box. So it is actually going to be Wanted, One Piece. I've never read One Piece. I have watched some of the show though. So I am going to leave these on the back, or leave this out, because this is the, it gives you all the flavors and stuff for the for the snacks. So we have this cute little bag. There was a marshmallow in here, but it got eaten. But you get like little Halloween candy. So we have a Kit Kat, some like Starbursts, and little like suckers here to eat on. Oh, okay. So in the bag we have I have no idea what this actually is. We got a Haichu along the top, and then this like syrup looking thing. So you open it, and then it just kind of on the back shows you how to do it. So that's kind of neat. Oh, this is the treat bag ingredients. Okay, so this is the treat bag. There was a marshmallow in it, but that, like I said, got eaten. In this box, you get, you get snacks and a drink on top of the manga. So again, we're going to go over the snacks here. We have a Choco Macho candy bar. And this says milk chocolate caramel wafer roll cereal crispies. We got these last month as well, which were kind of good. They're called corn. They're corn tubes, and these ones are barbecue flavor instead of instead of pizza flavor from last month. Next we have these are called Tommy's. They're super sweet corn flavored corn chips. These are good. I've had these before. We have Koala's March, which are like little cookies with chocolate in the middle. We always get ramen, and this one is spicy chicken flavor. It's a stir fry ramen, and then you will get some chopsticks with it. And then the drink this month is a jelly drink, and let's see, do they have anything on the drink? They do not, but it's an orange jelly drink, so that's kind of cool. And then we have, that's right, then you get a sticker with 10 points. So if you subscribe, you can print out a sheet. And when you get 120 points, you will get a free box. I was missing mine last month, so that's why I have 2. But I have 20 points. So I'll put that on my sheet so I can send in when it's full. And then last but not least, my favorite part is the manga. So the featured book is Before Demon Slayer, Volume 1. This is, I am not quite sure. Okay, so this is a collection that features 4 short stories packed with supernatural actions, including a deadly vampire hunt starring Tamayo and an early model for Musa that would serve as the direct inspiration for Demon Slayer's character. I can't pronounce his name, but if you've watched Demon Slayer, he is the one that has the pretty face and wears the warhead. So, I'm not a big short story fan, so I don't know. I will read it, but I don't know if I'll continue the series. But altogether, like, I have not read Demon Slayer, but I have watched it. The second one is called Strange House. So I have heard a little bit about this one, but this book is Volume 1, obviously, and it says on the back, a room that shouldn't be there. I've always had a fascination with the occult. You might even call it my specialty. I've been brought in as a consultant on many supernatural and strange mysteries, but nothing could have prepared me for this house. It seemed so ordinary at first, except for that one room. It had no doors, no windows, and was tucked away, leaving anyone to think it was just a wall. I knew that there was something more to it. It shouldn't have been there. It shouldn't exist. And yet, just what is this house, and what dark secrets does it hold? So this is also adapted into a horror film called The Floor Plan. So on the back you kind of have the floor plan looking thing. So I have heard about it. It was on my wish list. So I'm excited to have Volume 1, and I want to read it to see if I will continue this series. And then the last volume is called Otaku Vampires Love Bite, Volume 1. I have not heard anything about this one, but essentially it is a vampire. Okay, so the girl is a modern vampire who drinks blood from bags instead of humans. She is also a complete shut-in, and she hasn't left the house in 30 years. In an effort to reach her, her dad does something that changes her life. He gives her a DVD of the Vampire Cross anime. Hina is instantly obsessed, especially with the character Mao. But it's difficult to a fangirl as hard as she wants from her bedroom in Romania. So now Hina is out of the house and off to Japan to live her otaku dream. So the main character girl here, she's been collecting the fandom of her favorite vampire. Oh, hi. Hi, this is Carmen. Yes, baby. She wanted to come say hi. Yes. And then she's, yeah. So she's just, I think we'll end up meeting her, and I think she'll fall in love with him. Pretty sure. But I haven't heard much about this one, and I am excited to read it. Okay, so now that we have all of that, my subscription boxes for the month of October down, I do have some manga here that I have been collecting since like September, October time frame. So I want to go over some of that with you guys. So I got a couple volumes here. The first one is Snow White with the Red Hair. I watched the anime of this. So the main character, she is like Snow White, but she has red hair. The prince wants her all to himself, and she escapes to the neighboring kingdom and meets a man named Zen, and his two friends come to her aid. But we don't really know who Zen is, and yeah, so we get to find out that. So I have watched the anime, but I wanted to read the manga, and my used bookstore had volume 1 for really cheap, so I bought it. The second one is In the Name of the Mermaid Princess. I've heard other people talking about this one as well. And my used bookstore, again, had this for really cheap, but this is ultimately, the princess is betrothed to a prince. They've never met, and he doesn't know her secret. She has a tutor that takes her out of the castle, and she gets to meet the subjects. And then she gets to see, you know, Mio is her name, the main character's name, and she gets to see the world through new eyes. Her tutor has a secret, and Mio tells her father, the king, she wants to live openly as a mermaid. And then she gets punished. So, interested to see how that one goes. A lot of these is because they were cheap. The first stack I'm showing you guys. But this is called Peach Fuzz. This is volume 1. This is about a girl who's lonely who wants a pet. She chooses a ferret and names it Peach. Amanda finally has something no one at school has. There are just 2 rules Amanda has to follow. Is she has to take care of Peach, and Peach cannot ever bite. When Prissy Peach sees Amanda's hand, a 5-handed monster in the eyes of a tiny ferret with a princess complex, she bites in defense. What will Amanda do now? So I guess we're following the life of Amanda and Peach. I have been wanting to read this series. This is from a webtoon. This is called True Beauty. I have volume 1 and volume 2. Don't know much about it. But yeah, I can't wait to get into it. I believe this is in color. Yeah, so this is in color. So I'm definitely excited to read that. And then I have a complete series here that my local book store was practically giving away. So I have volumes 1 through 12 of Hot Gimmick. So this is a complete series. So I don't know much about, well, I do kind of. So it's about a high school girl. She buys a pregnancy test for her sister. Her sister is, you know, very popular, and she's late. But the main character runs into her creepy bully neighbor, and he starts to blackmail her to be his slave. Now she's trying to figure out how to get out of the mess, and a male model, and then she's hoping that her crush can actually save her. So we have volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and I read the first 2 volumes, but I haven't finished this. Volume 4, volume 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 9 and 10. And then 11 and 12. So, or 12. So I think it looks like, yeah, it started out, no, it's all Viz. Okay, never mind. I thought this was the series, but it is not. Okay, and then I bought a couple off of Facebook Marketplace. So I have read, and the last volume comes out in March of next year, but The Way of the House Husband, and somebody had 1 through 7 really cheap. So I will be finishing this series to collect. Excuse me. And I did read it through my library. Excuse me. I have the hiccups. And I love it. And then my husband and I watched the anime on Netflix. So ultimately, this manga is about a guy who used to be a Yakuza, and his name is Tasu, which means the immortal dragon. And he gets married, and his wife says, "Hey, I want you out of the Yakuza." So he gets out, and he becomes a house husband, but he does some funny things. And people look at him funny and think, you know, he's scary, obviously. So it's about an ex-Yakuza member who is living the life of a house husband, but still doesn't know how to get out of the trade, if that makes sense. So I have volume 1. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I just need to buy a couple of volumes. Sorry, got a text. And then they were selling Nina the Starry Bride. This is wrapped. So this is for mature audience. I don't know much about it, but the back says, Nina had a rough start to life, orphaned and stealing to survive, only to be abducted for her unusual lapis lazuli eyes. Not lazy eyes, but like, they're like a dark, they're like the sky. But to her surprise, her captor, Prince Azur, ordained that she would live the life of a princess, specifically that of the recent deceased priestess, Alicia, who had her same eyes. Despite her changing fortune, Nina won't give up her old life without a fight. Azur might just be the one to finally match her wits, but how much can she trust him? And can she stop the feelings budding in her heart, knowing she must eventually marry another? So, yeah, so this is volume 1. And then I know nothing about this next one, but it is a BL series, and it's called Love Nest. Again, this is a wrapped, mature volume, and yeah, so I don't know much about this one. Okay, then I got, so these I bought, but I bought the first volume of Reliving My Life with a Boyfriend Who Doesn't Remember Me. And this one is about a 17-year-old magic student. He dies, and then, okay, yeah. Sorry. So it's about a 17-year-old magic student. She suddenly dies alongside her boyfriend, but however, she returns from death in the body of her 7-year-old self, with the memories of her past life intact, except for the knowledge of what killed her. She fantasizes for years about reuniting with her beloved, but when they finally meet, Vincent doesn't remember her. Can she make Vincent fall in love with her again and avoid a death and avoid the death that started this mysterious time loop. So this one wasn't wrapped, but it is, sounds really interesting to me. Then I have one that is wrapped. It's called Outbride, Beauty and the Beast. This is volume 1. This is all men are the beasts, but these men are gorgeous. After a tragic accident, Mashiro wakes up in a strange world to find herself surrounded by 4 beautiful beastly men who call themselves celestials. There's just one problem. Mauricio is the only human female in this world, and the celestials are imploring her to mate with them and bear their children. How can this shy young lady with a boy phobia repopulate the world when all she wants is to overcome her fear and find true love? So this is wrapped. I haven't unwrapped it. I have a little, so I try not to unwrap things until I read them. Next is Yakuza Lover, Volume 1. Don't know much about it, but I really liked the way of the house husband and how the Yakuza was in it. And I heard that this one and Yakuza Fiance is really good, so I wanted to pick it up and try it. Next, I found this really cheap at my local bookstore, and it's called Vanilla Volume 1. Don't know much about it, but it is a BL, so I do plan on reading it. Hate Me But Let Me Stay is about a guy whose girlfriend dies in, yeah, so I'm just going to read the back of this. So this is a BL Omegaverse story of love conquering all. I like my novels. Sometimes I like to read the Omegaverse. So I said, why not try it with manga? This is wrapped, but it says, ever since the assault that led to his unexpected pregnancy as a teen, Koga, an Omega, has harbored a deep fear and distrust toward alphas. He's even convinced himself that he doesn't need a mate. After all, hasn't he raised his daughter just fine on his own? Still at the behest of his concerned mother, Naoto recently attends a matchmaking party. There he meets Hazuki, a teenage alpha who declares that Naoto is his destined mate. So I'm assuming he had a girlfriend. She died during childbirth. He's taking care of his daughter and he falls in love with this alpha. I don't know much about it, have heard about it, and I just wanted to read it. And then last but not least, if you know, you know, Yona of the Dawn is a big one. It was on sale at Books A Million, so I bought the first volume. Don't know much about it, besides that it's a princess kind of warrior story, so do plan on reading that. But that is all my haul. That combines September and October. I'll have a smaller haul for November with my subscription boxes, and I will do another video when they all get here. But until then, I will have more videos uploaded, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.